First of all, I want you two kids to know this is a safe space, okay? Feel free to express yourself. Don't be afraid. I sense there's an enabler here, but we'll get to that.
In a world where the truth is twisted and blurred, two souls rise up, their voices unheard. Master of the tedious and raven unites. In Gothic Therapy, they stand for what's right. Their strength is within, equal partners in the battle where the truth begins. With wit and wisdom, they cut through the lies. Together they shine like stars in the skies. Raven and Master, shoulder to shoulder, fighting the evils, growing bolder and bolder. In the heart of the night, under the blackened sky, together they shine like stars in the skies. Raven and Master, shoulder to shoulder, fighting the evils, growing bolder and bolder. In the heart of the night, under the blackened sky, Gothic Therapy reigns and the darkness will cry. They've left the skits, but the fight carries on in every video. Their mission is strong, breaking down the madness, exposing the fake. In a culture gone wild, they're the ones who awake. Two minds, one mission to expose the deceit. In the world of pop culture, they'll never retreat. Raven and Master, a force so true. In Gothic Therapy, they see it through. Raven and Master, shoulder to shoulder, fighting the evils, growing bolder and bolder. In the heart of the night, under the blackened sky, Gothic Therapy reigns and the darkness will cry. They rise, a power untold. In the shadows the story unfolds. Equal in battle, equal in might, they bring the truth into the light. Raven and Master, shoulder to shoulder, fighting the evils, growing bolder and bolder. In the heart of the night, under the blackened sky, Gothic Therapy reigns and the darkness will cry. Join in the fight where truth and shadows meet. In Gothic Therapy, where the mission's complete. Raven and Master, two sides of the same coin. In their battle for truth, let the world rejoin.
All right, listen up, you bunch of lost souls and weirdos. It's showtime. You want to survive in this world of pop culture chaos? Well, here's the secret. You got to hit that subscribe button over on Gothic Therapy's YouTube channel. Yeah, that's right. Do it or I'll come knocking, and trust me, you don't want me as a house guest. Don't be shy. Whack that button like you're slamming the door of your in-laws. And hey, hit the bell too, or I'll be haunting your dreams. Catch you on the other side, baby.
In the heart of chaos where agendas collide, Master of the TDS and Raven stand side by side. Exploring the madness, we uncover the proof with sharp wit and insight. We're the voice of the truth. Welcome to Psycho-Synopsis, the dark side of the truth. Dive deep into the madness you cannot refuse. Secrets of the asylum, come free your mind. Crazy or not, let us be your guide. Diving into the shadows where secrets reside, we'll tear down the facade pop culture's villains can't hide. Wild theories and whispers in the dark, join us on this journey, reignite the spark. So tune in and listen, let's spark the debate. With Master and Lighting, Raven, your salvation awaits.
Welcome, Seekers of the Asylum. For those searching for salvation,
or embracing the insane.
you've come to the right place. Hello!
Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hope you all are well.
Okay, so we got a packed show for you guys and some news. So we're going to come right out with it because I know some people are here. I'm going to be completely blunt and honest about everything right off the bat, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I know some people are here 100% just for the Sweet Baby Ink stuff. That is our second topic. That's what we'll be getting to. We've actually cut a topic specifically so we would have enough time to go over it and not have to worry. Basically, people were guessing on Twitter what it might be, and I want to make very, very clear, it is not a game you guys are going to know. So if you're here expecting it to be some huge game that you know about, I want to be upfront about it right away and not waste your time. I get it. It is not going to be a huge game. It is a game that Sweet Baby Ink is involved in. It definitely is. I've confirmed it 100%. And the amount of effort that it took me to find this, they were covering their tracks so well that it took one slip up, for me to catch them. One.
Yeah.
And if they didn't done that...
And it took him hours to find that slip up.
Yes. So in other words, I thought I was going to have to cover this tonight as a rumor, but I was not. I was able to cover it as a factual observation now. So I'm going to specifically reference that, and I'm letting everybody know ahead of time, hey, it's the second topic, so it's not going to be the first thing we get into. And it is going to be something that is not going to be like some crazy game. People were suggesting, GTA 6. It's not GTA 6. It's a game you're not going to know, and it's okay. But I think the way that I found it out and how well they tried to hide it merits, be telling you all about it. And I didn't just want to post about it on Twitter and be like, okay, there you go. Just enjoy the game, whatever. No, I wanted to explain how I found it because I'll be honest, it's a little bit of a pat myself on the back moment. I think I did a really good job finding it. It wouldn't have been something. It would have been something that most people would find. And the fact that I did was able to confirm it. So that is what I want to be upfront about. So if there are people here who just want to be here for the Sweet Baby Ink stuff, totally get it. If you want to go somewhere else, not going to get offended. There will be a video up about this the day after, probably tomorrow at some point. So just making that clear. We'll cut out stuff from the stream to make an individual video. But I do hope you guys decide to stay. If you don't, it's your choice. But I wanted to be upfront about that right away so I didn't waste anybody's time.
Yes. But please stay. We would like to have you here.
But honey, do you want to tell people, before we jump into what we normally do, would you like to explain to people what our goal is for today, our super chat goal?
Certainly. If we get 20 super chats tonight, before the stream is over, and it doesn't matter how pricey those super chats are, but if you guys send 20 total super chats, you get to hear a real life story of something that happened to me and Master this week. A little cute couple story.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what to do with the goal thing because it's a new thing that you don't really have to do anything with. But we decided, hey, we wanted to do it and give people a reason. And we were like, oh, we'll add another topic. And that didn't really work.
Yeah.
So we decided, okay, just telling a cute story that happened between us, IRL might be a cute thing. So we'll see. Again, no pressure. You don't have to send anything. But if you do, that is a goal that you guys can reach. But with that said, just for anybody new here, how we do this is we have a couple topics. We have usually a couple like little buffer topics in between topics. So for example, we'll react to a clip of something, usually in between. We only have one of those today. We do not have a game therapy because we saved time for that for something else.
I thought it was you don't have a media therapy.
I don't have a media therapy. Sorry, you're right. You don't have a media therapy because we don't have enough time for that tonight. And we want to make sure we have enough time to cover the Sweet Baby Ink stuff. But what we're going to do is Raven and I will talk between both of us. We'll start our topic. We'll do our intro. We'll talk it over, and then we'll talk with the chat for about 5 minutes, and then we'll move on to the next topic and so on. That way we keep the show. We like to keep it about 2 hours max. Sometimes it goes a little bit over, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think that's it. Was there anything else I need to bring up, honey?
I don't believe so. How long do you want me to set the first chat timer for?
Okay, so we used to do it for 15 minutes. Let's do 10 minutes. It was too long.
Okay, ready and go.
Yeah, so we're going to go through and say hi to the chat like we normally do. We will do super chats afterwards. So we have the great one is here with his wrench. Says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you.
Hello.
And let's start off the evening on a good note. Diversity. Okay, we're only doing... People are going to start spamming it. We have a thing where people who say... If they say the word diversity, there's a clip we have to play. So here you go. Here's your diversity clip.
Play.
It's the differences that make our world so rich, diverse, and wonderful.
I still hate you, though.
You don't have to explain it. Just do it. If you explain it, you waste time.
Yeah. Dark Winter says, so they have decided to rewrite the books or want the series fail badly deliberately if that casting of Snape is true. We'll be discussing that soon. T Jazz Art and Comics is waving. Hi to you.
Hi.
UK Gamer says, hey y'all. Hey to you. Fallout says, TF is this new Sweet Baby game. We'll get to it. As I said, I was upfront about it. So if you're still here, great. If not, whatever. Mermalade says, hey guys. Hey to you.
Hi.
The Proctophile is here with his wrench. Good evening, folks. How's everyone doing? We're doing well. Daniel Rood says, good evening, all. Good evening to you as well. Pickle Man with a hat and a raven. That's adorable.
Aww.
Thanks for that. Netcat Media is definitely all the above on that question, so they're referring to the poll. So
we'll take care. We'll be looking at that later. Don't worry.
Hopefully, if I remember. Alana Blue says, I've forgotten I had the tab open, so confused when the music started playing. Well, now you know. We have Paladin Demo says, welcome to the Underhive. I don't know what that is.
It's a Warhammer reference.
Of course it is. You know what happens when there's a Warhammer reference in this chat.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
You're the only one who doesn't care.
Exactly. And now more Steve Baby Crazy, says Servant of God 777. We have Skyfire85 says, hello everyone. Hello to you. Wookie Be Bad, hail. Yes, I'm still playing Poe 2. I don't know what that is.
Path of Exile.
Okay. Jose Taco with his wrench says, hail to you.
Hey. And I see you
The Red
changed
Skull.
your... You didn't notice, Jose Taco turned his profile picture into a taco.
I see. The Red Skull says, this is going to be interesting, very interesting. I heard Captain America's looking for you. You better watch out. Probably made that joke before, too. But Hornstar said, let's go. That's the plan. Jeremy Hearn says, good day to you. Bjorn Thor Gundisman says, who made the song? Does he have a YouTube / Spotify? So I wrote the lyrics. Either me or Raven and I together wrote the lyrics. We used AI to make the song. We're upfront about that. That's why it's not out there, whatever. We just use them for our streams. Some people like AI, some people don't. Totally get it. Hammer Biotech says, yo to you. Nano Reaper says 07. John Summers says, epic tunes. Thank you. Ashes says, hello, you beautiful creatures. I hope you're doing well. Remember, while this world may seem cold and rather unforgiving at times, you're still loved and valued here among fellow outcasts.
Aww.
Well, yep, I totally agree. Lord of the Rees, almost forgot it was that time of week. Hope you all both have been doing well. We have. 3M5000 says, hey to you.
Hello.
Tis the Jizz says, hello, hello. Foot Potter Decker Miller says, hello. Chris Thyle says, hello, Master and Raven, watching from the UK. Netcat says he's mostly here to say hi. Well, hello.
Hi.
The best Remy says, oh. I don't know what the O's for. So
probably for our Sweet Baby Ink news.
Yeah. Shadow Shark Dragon is waving. Hi.
Hi.
We have Popcorn Yellow Stripe Sauce from the the F2P Potato. I'm probably mispronouncing that somehow. I'm terrible with names. Irod4545 says, hi, first time here. Well, hello. Hopefully you don't run screaming away from the other direction.
Don't run away screaming. Don't worry. I don't bite, usually.
Robert McDarius says, hello, everyone. Hello. Servant of God says, why recast Snape? We'll get to that. There's a lot of diversity in my firearm collection. We're not doing that anymore. Not yet. Chad Jordan says, hello.
Hi.
We have Raphael Orlanio. I'm probably mispronouncing that. If I did, I apologize. Arliano says hello, hello. Master just said he's a nobody. No, I just said that I'm trying to be fair. I know people have other things to do, and
Master is very humble.
Aziz Q8 says good morning again, guys. Good morning.
Hi.
Griffin of Might says, you ever read the Elric saga? It sounds familiar, but no.
As in the Elric brothers from Full Metal Alchemist?
It might be. I don't know.
That's the only
there's
Elric I'm familiar with.
Well, if there's anything you want us to know about, we do have a Discord that is called the Asylum. And you can find it. There'll be a link in the description, I think, and the chat will sometimes will drop a link or so. But yeah. Fizz Chozo Corner says, I'm also here and already tired of Sleep Baby. Trust me, we all are, but I saw this and I was like, nope, this has to be told.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to listening to my Stormlight Archive binge, have a great stream. Well, Stormlight Archive is good, so I hear you. Both of you are very humble.
Master is more so.
He plays the clip, nobody cares. It's the only one he's nobody. Ha, funny. The Witcher's basically rip off of it. Oh, I'm not going to get into this stuff. I'm sure people have strong opinions over this. Okay, let's get into the super chats, and then we'll just kind of move on. Again, we have a 10-minute timer on, so if anybody comes in...
We have 3 more minutes.
Yes, so if someone comes in, we'll say hi. If not, we'll move on. That's how we do it. We have Macy Van Dessen is a member for 12 months. We'll be in bed when you stream. We'll watch this later. And then left a $2 super chat. Have fun countering the enemy's attacks. Will do. Diz the Jizz 4547 for $5 said, what did Edgar Allan Poe name his pet fish? Telltale Fin.
But
I need to get. This guy stinks.
In order to finish off that pun correctly, you misspelled tail.
We have Swift -1, waving hi. And we have Deadman Talking says, nice fellow Eternal Champion readers. And then Ruben Christopher Hang says, hi, I'm here. Hey, Ruben,
Hello.
nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Hope you're doing well.
Dad jokes. Yep. All right, I think we're good. We're gonna move on
I'm
to our first...
I'm gonna grab a mint real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna get our blue screen background because it's very special and cool and stuff, and yeah. Take it back with you. But yeah, we're going to get into our first topic. We have the first topic is going to be the Snape casting, and then we will go into a clip from the next level that was just interesting for our game, from the secret level. Whatever, I don't care enough. And then
secret level for the Pac-Man episode, which looks nothing like Pac-Man.
And then we will go from there into the Sweet Baby Ink stuff. So if you are here for that, that'll be the next thing we get to. Okay, I think we're ready to move on to our first topic right now. HBO's Harry Potter feels doomed from the start.
With Snape's casting rumors falling apart.
The release is distant, the outlook is bleak.
Fans grow more weary with each passing week.
Yeah, so this is an interesting thing. So I want to be very clear up front before we discuss this, okay? This is not confirmed. This is simply being put out by a lot of different sources, so it's definitely something we want to keep an eye on, but it is not 100% confirmed. So I'm making that very clear right up ahead that we don't know for certain if this is going to happen, and hopefully it doesn't, because this is not how you do this.
No. If anything, the most likely scenario is that this is just rage bait and engagement farming. Because J.K. Rowling has final say in casting, right? Because she's an executive producer and is making sure that everything stays faithful to the books. So casting this guy as Snape is very unlikely to happen because Snape is very distinctly described as pale, very Caucasian pale.
Yeah, and so here's the thing. Again, let's imagine for a minute that this was true. Why do you think they release this information first? Well, it's because, as my wife even said, it's rage bait. They're trying to get people angry. And here's the thing. This person, I think his name is Paapa Essiedu. I'm probably mispronouncing it. I've been told he's a pretty decent actor. So I'm sure he would do a great job in the role. The problem is there is no reason to do this change. If you could justify it, right? I still may not agree, but at least you would have a reason. There is no justification for this change. There's none.
Nope.
You do not
Not
need
at
to
all.
do it. There is
only
zero
reason
reason.
The only reason they would be because they can for a diversity insert. When there are
Yes.
plenty of diverse characters in the Harry Potter series. Cho Chang, the Patil twins, Lee Jordan, Angelina Johnson, Dean Thomas. Need I go on?
Yeah, it's basically, if this is true, I already said this on Twitter, and I mean it. If this is true, I'm not watching the show. Now, to be fair, I wasn't really that interested in watching the show to begin with. I thought it was a cool idea, and I watched it more for Peeves than anything, if that was the only reason. But
You should play
this-
Hogwarts Legacy then just for Peeves.
yes, maybe. But this is just, there's no reason to do this. If you're going to reboot Harry Potter, fine. But if you're going to do it, you got to do it correctly. If you're going to reboot it, you have to have a reason. If you're going to make it a diverse and inclusive Harry Potter, then here's an idea. Make a show set within the Harry Potter universe that doesn't involve the characters that are in the Harry Potter universe. Make a whole different story. I'm sure there are plenty of other schools. Do whatever you want. Go crazy.
Yeah, there are a bunch of other schools. Literally, there is an entire world. It's called the Wizarding World for a reason. Because, hell, Goblet of Fire alone introduced at least 2 other schools and hundreds of other countries with wizarding communities. You could easily do that. Hell, Hogwarts Legacy even mentioned a school in Uganda. So,
Yeah. There's no reason to make this change unless you're just trying to make something that it's not. And if it's, again, if this is true, I want to make very clear, as I said in the beginning, we do not know if this is true. This is a rumor.
I seriously doubt it is true because J.K. Rowling has final say. I did also
Yes.
hear that they're going to be looking for kids closer to the ages of the characters, and as well
Yes.
as like teachers and stuff.
There's
So-
conflicting messaging out there about like the accuracy and stuff like this. So this does kind of stand out like a sore thumb. However, I think that you're putting a little bit too much faith in J.K. Rowling. Keep in mind, there's only one thing that J.K. Rowling disagrees with these people on, and that's it. Like, she did make Hermione black for the cursed child. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying, I think that if you're going to
Really?
do
I thought
this
that
show,
was just a casting choice.
Nope, that was her, I believe. I believe from what I remember reading somewhere that it was her, that she did say it and she tried to like back it up or whatever at the very least. Look, it would not surprise me if this was true, but we're hearing very conflicting messages. So for now, it is simply a rumor and we do not know if it is true. But hearing this does not make me have high hopes for the show. And to be fair, I didn't really have high hopes for the show. I was kind of hoping that maybe if we're going to do a show, we could do it right. If that's not the case, if there's something significant changed, like Snape, for example, I'm out. There's not even any reason for me to watch this to begin with. You need to sell me on this by making it so accurate to the books that I want to watch it. If you can't do that, there's little reason for me to watch it, even if they did it perfectly correct, but they like changed a bunch of things that happened. It wouldn't be interested. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, though, the casting that they should be doing for Snape, best casting is Adam Driver.
I agree. But obviously, a lot of people have been saying that, and I will bring up something that people don't really seem to get. If Adam Driver were to do this, which would be great casting, it would be a 7-year commitment. So, I mean, that's kind of a lot, you know? So it's
True.
not something that he's open to because he might have other things on his plate, and that's totally fair.
It's completely possible. But I'm just saying, look-wise, him or Keanu Reeves. But they'd never be able to get Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves that would not work. That would
No,
not work.
maybe not. You're right. He might work for Sirius Black, though.
That I can maybe see. But we'll have to see if this is true. But again, if it's rage bait, good job, media, you did nothing. If it's not rage bait and it ends up being true, obviously we will cover it at that point. and will be disappointed. Like, what am I going to say? Like, I don't really have a super invested interest in the show. So if it turns out to be true, it's not like I'm going to be gutted. I'm just going to be like, whatever, move on.
Either way, rest in peace, Alan Rickman.
Yeah, that's for sure. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. No one's, let's be honest, even if it was Adam Driver, no one is going to beat him.
Will do Snape better than Alan Rickman did.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, let's stop that there.
Think we're good there. Let's go see what the chat has to say.
10 minutes?
5 minutes.
Okay.
And turn off your background.
Okay, go.
Turn off your background.
I already started the timer. Let me start it again. Go.
Amazon series. I don't know what he's referring.
It's HBO.
HBO series. Race swamping. Yep. More and more remaining is not absolute. Was precasting pictures that were leaked. Look, as we said, it could totally be not true, and if it is, great. If it is true, though, it's concerning. Even let's play devil's advocate for a minute. Let's imagine it wasn't true. Let's say we got confirmation it wasn't true. Why did the news even come out? Well, because they're already trying to make the show divisive because they don't like J.K. Rowling. So either it's we're trying to harm the show or it's true. So either way, it's not like there's much of a difference. If it's true, then it sucks. If it's not true, then we know that we now are aware these people are going to try to harm the show in every way, shape, or form. And we know for a fact they're going to go after the kids. They're going to play it off as it's not important, but they'll go after the kids.
Oh, they totally will.
I'm personally over race hopping, so any interest in watching when is gone if they go with it. Same here. If this rumor is true, this might be a bad omen for the show. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it's unlikely because JK is very relatable. That is true. There's no reason to reboot Harry Potter in the first place. I disagree. And I'll explain why. The biggest thing that for me is a lot of things had to be cut because of the movies, right? And let's be honest, a lot of the people involved in it have come out against J.K. Rowling and said some things. So this would not surprise me if she did this purposely to kind of be like, stick it to them. But even so, I want to see it, and there's one reason and one reason only. My wife knows what it is. What is the reason?
Peeves. It's Peeves.
Peeves the poltergeist. We didn't get him in the regular Harry Potter, and I want Peeves. And
He's
someone
in Hogwarts
actually,
Legacy. He's very, very present in Hogwarts Legacy.
Yes, honey. But I was trying to say that J.K. Rowling, when she announced this, and someone asked, "Are we going to get Peeves?" She said, "This is about 80% the reason I decided to do this."
I thought you said 50.
I don't know, 50, 80, some about percentage. Like she really wanted Peeves to be in it. So if there's Peeves and they do a good job, I'm interested. But if they don't, I'm out. It's like there's very little time into this to begin with. There's also the fact Rowling is turbo woke herself. Only DI she isn't in is all one gender politics. That's true. Speaking of games you finished, Tales of Kenzara yet? Nope. I've been busy. And I've also kind of gotten a little bit invested in the Dave the Diver. Someone gifted it to me, so I blame them. Griffin Turbo says, hello all. Hello.
Hello.
Silver Eye Dragoon says, this is just a rumor. It hasn't been confirmed or denied. That's true.
Indeed. And until it is confirmed to be true or not, we're still going to call it a rumor.
If there had been any other school, they wouldn't have had to play in that. They wouldn't have had any to play in that game. That's true. Samuel Jackson as Dumbledore. I saw that, those memes. Keanu would make a wonderful series. He's cool and scruffy. Yeah, I agree. The Half-Blood Prince of Bel-Air.
Ha ha.
The Dark Lord says, I'm late. Sorry. It's okay. You made it. You're not
good.
that late. Why is recasting characters as black not seen as racist given they're not good enough to have their own roles? So people will make different... people like to be very much like try to explain away this stuff. I just think if you're doing it just for the sake of trying to be diverse and inclusive, then it's wrong. If you do it and you don't make a big deal, like let's say, for example, they did this, right? But they didn't make a big deal about it. They didn't announce it and say, oh my God, he's so amazing. They just did it. I wouldn't like it, but at least then you could say, okay, they just wanted to do it. They have to announce it because they need it for marketing. And that's what they do it. When they do it like that, to me, that's disingenuous.
Mm-hmm.
They're rage baiting so that we suggest someone who want to play Snape. That's what I'm hoping. I hope so. Making a better character is product of bloodline obsessed inbreeding is genetics black. Russ Williams says, "Hail all, hail to you."
Hello, Russ.
In the Chamber of Secrets game, there's peas but no Dobby. Bad Dobby. Reeves is going to be tied up with Ballerina. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Black Snape is probably the favorite candidate of some exec who leaked the rumor to try to bounce the studio into picking him. Maybe. The Peter Venkman fan says, "Hey, Master TS from Raven. Hey to you as well."
Hello.
I think we're good, right?
Yeah. Got
How much
20
time we have
seconds.
left?
20 more
Okay.
seconds.
So we're going to go into this. We got a $5 super chat from the Proct File. J.K. Rowling writes Hermione as a self-insert. Let's erase up. Interesting to say the least. Any diagnosis you work out from that? I can't really diagnose anything from that. Because even if I am a therapist, I do not diagnose people outside of my profession, especially if I have not met them. So I have not met J.K. Rowling. However, what I can imply from that is she has a very much a desire to fit in and to pander, which is a thing that many people do. Okay? It seems like that doesn't seem to apply to everything because clearly she's had a very strong opinion on something lately that's made it impossible for, any of them to anybody to or to fit in. So she seems very strong on certain opinions, but other opinions she seems like willing to just bend over backwards to appease people. And I think potentially that's one of those situations, and it just didn't work in her favor, clearly.
Probably.
All right, I think we're good. Let's
Mhm.
get our media thing back on. We're going to react. We're going to do our game therapy. And then after that, we'll be going into the Sweet Baby Inc. game. So if you are here for that or you are waiting for that, we are going to get into that in the next 15 minutes or so, maybe max.
Stay tuned is all you have to say.
Okay, I'm just letting him know. I'm trying to be nice.
You take too long to explain sometimes.
I can be okay. Leave me alone. Okay, let's get into some game therapy, guys. Right? Now. Okay, so honey, what are we reacting to today?
We are reacting to the teaser for the Pac-Man episode of Secret Level on Amazon Prime. Because I found and I said, this looks nothing at all like Pac-Man, and everyone in my comments agreed with me. So I said, we're reacting to this for our game therapy because I didn't even watch it with volume on. So it'll technically be a first-time reaction for me.
Well, I haven't seen it at all. I've seen slight bits of it, but apparently this is a very interesting take on Pac-Man. So we're going to play that, and we'll react to it, and then we'll see what you guys have to say about it.
Yeah. Begin.
Okay, here we go.
What is my purpose?
Eat or be eaten.
That's it? Yeah.
What is this?
It's supposed to be the origin story of Pac-Man. What is my purpose?
What is this?
Eat or be eaten. Someone in my comments said that looks more like gore than he did in the movie.
Oh my god, it does look like gore.
I really hate what they did to Gore in Love and Thunder. Oh my god! I seriously love that story arc. Why did they destroy it?
So this is Pac-Man, apparently.
Yeah. This is supposed to be Pac-Man. What is my purpose?
Oh my god. You know what he looks like?
God.
You know what he looks like?
What?
You know what he looks like? He looks like
What?
Jar Jar Binks.
I was thinking of fish, but
No,
you're not
imagine
wrong.
Jar
The
Jar
eyes.
Binks wearing a hood.
That actually happened in an episode of the Clone Wars.
Yes.
So yeah.
So imagine that for a minute. Imagine that for a minute. Does that not look like Jar Jar Binks wearing a hood?
Yeah.
What is my purpose? You're a
You
bad,
serve butter.
terrible Pac-Man ripoff. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What is this?
Someone else said it looks more like it looks like more of a story for Centipede because of the monsters he was fighting.
I guess, but like
This is supposed to be Pac-Man. Like I said, looks nothing at all like Pac-Man. You couldn't even tell that this has anything to do with Pac-Man other than that little ball thing.
What is this? What is that?
It's supposed to be Pac-Man, but it looks nothing like it. Oh god.
It looks like one of the monsters I see, but monsters I see in my sleep, like one of those like paralysis demons.
You have paralysis demons?
No, I'm just making a bad joke. What is this? It looks like some kind of Sith Lord.
Someone in the comments said Darth Jar Jar.
It looks like him. Am I wrong?
Oh God.
What? Wait.
Eat. What is my purpose? Eat.
What happened to your nose?
That's why people are saying he looks like Gore.
Where'd he go? He's Voldemort.
Seriously, what were they thinking?
This is actually Pac-Man. Are we serious?
It was a bit of an exaggerated laugh, but
if you told me this was Dune, I would believe you.
actually, it looks more like Doomslayer. When I saw it, I thought it was Doomslayer. Those look like Doomslayer monsters to me. They look like Doom. Not Dune, Doom.
What is this?
I do not know.
I'm sorry. I'm speechless. What is this?
I don't know.
Discover what? This can't be Pac-Man. You're telling me this is Pac-Man? What is this?
Hell.
What is this?
This is supposed to be the Pac-Man episode of Secret Level.
All I have to say is game over. No, I was making the noise from the Pac-Man game when he gets eaten.
Oh my god, he does look like a Tau. You are so right. It's the Tau! The Tau is taking over!
I don't get this. Why is he killing spiders?
I don't know. But this is
Okay.
hilarious.
I think I'm good now. Oh God, I don't even know. Hopefully, I'm not going in robotic because it says the internet's not that great for some reason right now.
Why do they keep doing that even though we're plugged in?
It should be fine. I don't know why it's doing it. Hopefully, it's not a big deal. I did see we got a raid while we were here, I think.
Yeah, from like
so-
Demogeni?
Yeah, I think. We'll get to that. Here he is. Demogeni for $2 is Pimp Raid. Hail chat. Hail to you, good
Hello.
sir.
Why pimp?
I don't know. I mean, it's better. I mean, we've been Bigot Army raided before too, so I guess this is
yeah, fair
different.
point.
I hope
I guess
there's
if
not
we ever did a
robotic-
stream raid, we would call it an ASYLUM breakout.
I didn't think of that, but that would actually be quite funny. Let's see. Mrs. Pac-Man greater than Pac-Man. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't Pac-Man. What in the holy hell is this? It looks like Odd World. What the hell? What the hell? Maybe it's Puck-Man. That is not Pac-Man. Where's Yellow Circle that eats a ghost that got destroyed? Oh, now that I removed the video from the studio, it suddenly decided to give us back internet. Good to know. Still waiting to see Pac-Man. Me too.
There is a little instance of him where you see a yellow ballish thing floating next to the guy.
No.
That's literally
It's
the only
not
reference
Pac-Man.
to actual Pac-Man that's in that teaser.
That's it, outlaw. Waka waka what? What the hell is it? Some kind of weird Abba ripoff? Icy fish, yeah. Cole Swordsman from Brazil books Spanish MD for the writer of Alfonso Solano. I don't know what that is, but what kind of diversity nonsense is this? I don't know. I don't think it's diversity. I think someone just tried to make like Pac-Man like
Cool.
something weird and it just didn't work.
I guess they tried to make him a little more
didn't
epic.
work.
I don't know what.
Demogeni, what the hell is even that?
What the hell was even that?
Pac-Man, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
He's the 5th Ninja Turtle. A reject from Star Wars. He had plastic surgery. Does he eat the monsters? I hope not.
I don't know.
Put him out of his misery. Yellow Circle Lives Matter. He looks like Chow from Warhammer 40k. I'll have to take your word for it.
It's one of the race factions.
Parrot has this more like Crackman. What is the Concord episode going to look like? It's already out potentially, and people said it just looked like the trailer, but different with different characters. Where are the ghosts? I don't know. They did him the Dante from DMC.
Devil May
Domo
Cry.
Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Okay. Raven, are you going to watch the new vampire movie on Christmas Day Nosferatu with the coffin popcorn bucket?
Well, for one, I really want that coffin popcorn bucket. If anyone wants to get it and send it to me via our what's it called?
P.O.
Our
box?
P.O. box.
We haven't
yeah.
even gotten the Beetlejuice one. We'll have to see.
I know. Hey, we did get a sandworm plushie though.
Yep.
His mom got me a sandworm plushie for my birthday. It's now on our shelf with all the other plushies. Master named him Wriggle.
Yeah. I come up with your names. Lord of Breeze, the inmates have escaped the asylum. They've race swapped Pac-Man. This has gone too far. I don't think they race swapped Pac-Man. I don't know what they did. Well, that wasn't Pac-Man. The Adam Sandler's Pixel movie was a more accurate adaptation than this. That's so true. The Dead Space crew art makes more sense than that trailer. Okay. I think we're good. Now, guys, so we're going to get into our next topic, which is the Sweet Baby Ink stuff. And we're going to explain I'm going to explain the game and explain how I found it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to show something on the screen. It's going to show what the name of the game is, but it's not going to prove that it's Sweet Baby Ink. You will be revealing that as we go through, as I explain it. Okay? So it's going to go step by step. Could explain how I found this, got keyed into it, and then where I found the proof. So we're going to get into that. Yep, let's turn that on. And we'll get into that right now. Two brothers built Zix in their quest to create
a VR adventure to rewrite Co-op's fate.
But Sweet Baby Ink's confirmed hand in the game
raises questions of trust and casts doubt on its name.
Yes. So
really unfortunate because people were probably looking forward to a new VR game, right?
I don't know. VR's never been that popular, but yes, this is a VR game, and yes, there is Sweet Baby Ink involvement. This game is called Zix. This game is not out yet. It is in early beta, I think alpha potentially. But what cued me into this game is I noticed that a lot of people about Sweet Baby Ink were talking about this game. How did I notice? Well, if you'll look, you'll see a lot of them were sharing it. Will Herring, Kim Belair, Tristan JT, and Dave Bedard. All of those people were sharing this post from Hidden.io, which is the company that creates this game. So it already had me curious, but of course, it could just be friends of theirs, right? How would I know this is Sweet Baby Ink? So I did a lot of digging, and wouldn't you know, all the people involved with Hidden.io were hidden on LinkedIn. All of their games were hidden. They've rebranded their game. They originally were called Hidden Gem, and they've now become Hidden.io. But basically, they hid everything. It was very hard to find any information. So I was doubting it. I was like, okay, I'm probably going to have to mention this as like a rumor, but I believe there's Sweet Baby Ink involvement. But Unfortunately for them, and fortunately for me, they made a critical error. You see, they have a Discord. And I decided to go infiltrate the Discord. Now, I was sure if they were careful that it wouldn't be mentioned there that any of the Sweet Baby Inc. people were involved. However,
They were.
they were, but not in discussions. How did I prove this? Here you go, guys. Are you ready for it? Here we have Eve Juno, or Junu, or whatever her name is. If you see in the bottom right corner, Eve Juno, project coordinator, and she is currently working at Sweet Baby Inc. But here's the kicker, guys. When I went into the server and looked around, who would have thought? You'll see it says, "Hey, at Eve, welcome to Hidden IO," and it's Eve Junu _ SBI. But wait, they can't be that dumb. Maybe they're just friends, right? I thought that too until I looked at her titles. If you'll look, what are her roles? Narrative and narrative outsourcer. What is a narrative outsourcer? Well, it is a person that people go to for information about narrative stuff that is not involved necessarily in the main team. In other words, their story is being outsourced to Eve Junu, or whatever her name is. That is literally Sweet Baby Inc. So because of their own Discord and the fact that they labeled it clearly for me to determine, they accidentally revealed, again, there was no more information. There was none of the information. It was nowhere. Okay? There was no information. I looked everywhere. I searched everything. There was nothing. But because they let her come in, they, them, whatever, she, they, whatever, I don't care. Because they literally let this person come in and labeled them narrative and narrative outsourcer. Behold, Sweet Baby Inc. And this game is set to come out in 2025. So this is not an old Sweet Baby Inc. game. This is a new Sweet Baby Inc. game. Meaning that we can now confirm that they are still involved with video games, which we knew they were going to be. But at the same time, we now know that they are currently involved in active games. So as you can see, this is Eve Junu, whatever her name is, and she is not only in the Discord, she is labeled as narrative outsourcer. And yes, that it proves it. Aside from the if it wasn't already confirmed by all the Sweet Baby Inc. people reposting this Hidden IO game, and so that they needed creative minds. This has literally proved it. So they hid their information. I want to make this very clear. This was not easy to find. The reason it was not easy to find is because they hid it. They did hide this information. Sweet Baby Inc., after the Powell Group was exposed by us, they have been very, very careful. I have heard that they are not very happy. And so they were basically all putting their nose to the grindstone, and they had zero plans, to make any noise. So they were trying to hide. But because they were stupid and they didn't pay enough attention, we caught them.
Mm-hmm. I've also wanted to point out, I find it interesting that the day this woman joined that Discord server is the same day she made a Discord account. I wonder why that could be.
Yeah, look, if you could see, members since March 22nd, 2024, and then she joined the same
server. Day. Mm-hmm. So she made the account, perhaps made the account just to join this server so she can discuss with people what to do on this game.
So I'm going to mention this very clearly, okay? Gotta say this, okay? People might say, oh, but what if it's just doctored, whatever? It's not. It's not doctored.
It's totally not.
Not only is it not doctored.
I am a witness, and I saw my husband do everything you see on this screen.
But if that's not
doctored, it's real.
I made sure, and I'm not going to show it here because I haven't gone through it and edited it yet, but I have recorded footage of their Discord because I'm sure they're going to lock that sucker down real quick.
Totally.
And I want to make something very clear, okay? We can get a little bit of. I know we talked about Sweet Baby Inc. We don't want them. I'm going to be very honest here. Okay. It seems like there are two brothers who built this game. Okay, and it might be their first game. So there are other people. For example, one of them I can mention is Abubakar Salim, made his first game. We do not know how these people are involved with Sweet Baby Inc. Okay. I'm not saying we should give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying if they come out and ask to and want to actually have discussions like Abu Bakar has, we should give them that time. But
Agreed.
The fact that they were trying to hide it so well makes me think that there is clearly some ulterior motive there. And so, unfortunately, they weren't able to hide it well enough. And because of that, they were found out. There we go. There she is. Sweet Baby Inc. Involved, not only involved, but is involved in the narrative of this game. So it is a confirmed Sweet Baby Inc. game. It is on Steam. You can actually, it's early access on Steam. It is there. And it is a VR game. It's a pretty interesting game, but it's Sweet Baby. And they tried to hide it, and they did a pretty good job. It took me a little while, but they messed up. And now their game has been revealed.
I wonder if they'll figure out which account is yours in that server.
They probably will. They probably will.
I mean,
but
if they see this video and then realize, oh wait, the day this video was made, or the day they streamed this, and a new account joined the server. It must be the same person. We must hide everything.
What'd be funnier is if they banned the wrong person.
I would love to see that.
Yes, but look, as I said, if these people come out, like the brothers behind the game, and they actually want to have discussions, then we should hear them out. I say there's no problem. But they're not going to, because this is what happens when these people come out there. The fact that they had to hide it so much tells us everything we need to know. If they have to hide it, it means they wouldn't want us to know. Sweet Baby Inc., I've been told people this over and over and over, and people don't seem to understand. It's really sad for me to say this, okay? Sweet Baby Inc. has not been defeated. None of these companies have been defeated. If anything, Sweet Baby Inc., I can confirm from my sources, Sweet Baby Inc. has not had any repercussions from what's gone on. Not a single one. The only thing that they have had a repercussion on is the firing of Chris Kindred. Okay? That is the only thing that they have had repercussions on. They have had bad press, but they have not lost any of their contracts. And I can confirm with you right now, and again, you'll just have to, I can't reveal my source. You'll just have to agree. You either have to just have to trust me. If you don't, it's totally cool. But I can tell you for a fact that there are at least 30 games they are still involved in that have yet to come out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Which is it's a real shame that they haven't been defeated yet. Their talons are just in too deep. Everyone keeps saying, we're winning. Unfortunately, we still have a long way to go, because the fact that they have been completely undeterred is a really, really bad sign.
Their whole thing they've been doing now is trying to put their noses down and just keep working. They haven't announced Chris Kindred being fired because they didn't want to give the gamers a win. That was the thing I said before, and it is true now. They don't want to give the gamers a win, but they're not happy, and they have not been affected. And I'm going to say this, and I say this, and look, I really wish we were doing more, but they have not been affected. They have not lost any of their contracts. If anything, they have not only maintained their contracts, they are involved in many more games. If anything, they have lost Chris Kindred, but they have also decided to make sure to be extra careful covering their traps. The PAL group thing was a slip up, and they locked that down real quick. And they're clearly watching my account. They are.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. There is absolutely no doubt about it.
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Something wrong? I can't hear you.
I said, hold on one second. The birdie was making some noise.
Ah.
But yeah. So what I was saying is they are aware of my account because after I posted that they hadn't updated something, they updated it within like 20 minutes. So they like, hey, look, it still shows up on their service page. 20 minutes later, it didn't. So they're clearly watching. And I can tell you that our channel is still under attack by Games for Diversity, which is a brand, has a member of their team on the board, a team of the POW group. But Sweet Baby Inc. has not been mentioned. It is they have not been hindered as much as we thought they would. It's unfortunate, but it is the facts, and I'm making people aware of this because, again, we know that they're active, but this is their next game that we can confirm that they are part of, and this is what this is what I'm here to tell you guys: is that surprise, they're only not hurt, but they're still active, and we have proof. Because again, they were dumb, and as you'll see, narrative outsourcer Eve Juno.
I think it's pronounced Juno.
Juno from Sweet Baby Inc. And it says narrative outsourcer. So yeah, I'm real sorry to be the bearer.
Yep, just tell Cabrutus, add this one to the list.
I already let him know, but he'll hopefully he'll get in touch with me about it because I can give him the stuff. But yeah, so do Sweet Baby Inc. game. We know for a fact it has been proven. I am sure they are going to retaliate in the sense of making sure that they are very much more careful going forward. But we'll have to see.
Okay, that's a good place to stop.
All right, guys.
Okay, let me start that timer.
Well, hold on. Yeah. You ready?
Yeah. 5 minutes?
Yeah, go ahead.
Begin.
Wait, why do they need representation with Polygon Crystal people? I don't know. I don't know. I love VR. Really cool VR game called Ton of Feathers. Can't recommend it enough. Look, VR is not for everybody, but this is clearly a VR game that they are involved in. It's unfortunate. It really is.
Yeah.
Evening, you two, says Geek Archivist Xavier Pierce. Good evening to you as well.
Hello.
They, she, here we go. Yep. CBB Inc. We will conceal our involvement by hiding and pulling strings from the darkness. Bash Raven. Excellent. The darkness is our preferred habitat. It's where we live and hunt. We lurk in the shadows to hunt the shadows.
Jinx. We are Shadow Garden.
We are Shadow Therapy. No, we're Shadow Gothic.
That's redundant.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Canon never worked during the 5 days to 2 miles for Quebec. People shut down. Shown. Okay. CB and Garden even intelligent enough to hide themselves properly. They did. They did a pretty good job. I'll be honest. Another studio got to go broke.
Unfortunately.
I'll be honest, I feel a little bad, and I'm not trying to be mean, but like I don't know if these brothers are really deeply involved with them or they just tried to find people who will help them. And if that's the case, I feel bad for them because it's the first game. So again, if any of these brothers end up watching this video or watching the stream or whatever and want to reach out to me and you actually want to have a discussion, I am more than happy to have a discussion. Fair? Yeah. I think that's pretty fair. I'm not saying I'm going to give them a free pass. I'm saying if any of the brothers wants to reach out and say, hey, dude, you got it all wrong. Let's talk about it. I'm more than happy to have a discussion. Fair? I think that's totally fair. Has anyone tossed this to Cabrutus? I sent him a message earlier before the stream. I don't think he seed it. Maybe he has. I can look quickly.
No time, really.
No, I don't think he has, but we'll see. How are they as dumb? They're not, actually. I want to be very, very clear. It was really hard to find. They've done a really good job of hiding their tracks. They like this,
you should have seen Master doing his digging and saying, I'm onto something. I know I'm so close. I just need the proof for at least an hour. It took him really long. It took him.
I was totally sure. I was totally sure that this game was involved with them, but I'm like, I can't prove it. And if I can't prove it, I'm not going to come out and say anything. So I made a post on Twitter saying, I think I have something. And I was assuming that I'd have to dig more. And then it ended up falling into my lap. And that's why we ran with it. Apparently some people were very upset with me for doing that. And were kind of like, how dare you what's it called? What were they telling me I was doing? Engagement farming. She's like, no, I've never
Weirdos.
engagement farmed like this. Trust me, when I say there's something I find, it's usually true. The name he used was not Master ATS at Gothic Therapy, and his avatar is just his normal avatar with sombrero and mustache. You got me.
Ha ha.
You should tell me WMA Pro, it's another Christmas in the trenches.
Well, he is technically my boss now.
We'll get to that. Wrong group meant X. There is state of the moment, entire boss. If you need to go to bed, don't worry about it. It solves that YouTube won't work with you, or you X. I'm not. I'm not worried about it. Honestly, people keep asking me why am I not working with X, because they told me they would not offer me a position. I'm not making this up. They actually told me point blank they would not offer me a position at this time. And I'm not saying I was looking for one, but they would not offer me. They specifically, I was like trying to say I just want to help. And I was told point blank to my face that they were not going to offer me anything. So there you go. Polygon Fires have pronouns now. Apparently, they're Zim, or they have a pronoun for each surface. I am become the Sweet Baby Destroyer of Studios.
Ha
It's currently 5 a.m. Kabrutus time, so he'll be waking up hopefully soon. Engagement farming, 40 acres of engagement at a mule. Yeah. The narcissism will work against them. They will not be able to not speak about how important they are in their project, even if they try. No, they've actually done a really good job. I'm going to say this. They've done a really good job at hiding, guys. I really am not trying to sugarcoat this. I am saying, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back here and say, oh, they've done a good job and I wasn't able to find it. I'm the only one. No, I'm saying it was really hard to find this. Like, put it this way. This company rebranded, okay, to hide themselves. I kid you not. This company used to be called Hidden Gems. They rebranded, and they rebranded right around the time they released this trailer. So they have literally been trying to hide
Timer
this
just went
stuff.
off.
What?
Timer just went off.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying. They've been trying to hide this stuff, guys. They have been trying to hide this stuff, and they've been doing a really darn good job. We just got lucky that I was able to infiltrate their Discord and find them out. Okay? But they are clearly not, this is clearly that they are actually still active. Not only are they still active, they haven't been hurt as much as we think they have. And it's a shame to say that. I really don't want to be the one to say that, but it's true. Honey? You have anything to say?
I agree with you. No, because you said everything. I got nothing to add.
Fair. But yeah, look, these companies, they're trying to be a lot more crafty and hiding their stuff. And quite frankly, this is a message to them, okay? Because I know they watch. And the way I know they watch is I was told. And then when you went through our live stream and you specifically struck areas of it to try to do a privacy complaint, and you made sure to do the ones that showed only pictures that you didn't want us to show, you kind of played your hand. I would have just struck the whole thing, but thanks for making it specific. So here's a message to you all. This is going to sound crazy. I don't have anything against you. I think that you can make whatever game you want in your own little corner and have fun with it. Do whatever you want. Stop trying to hide and stop trying to force it into mainstream games. There are games that are niche, and your games can be one of those games. But if you have to hide it and you have to push it because I need diversity, you don't need any of that. You know what we do need? Transparency. And if you can't be transparent, then it's my job to make what's not transparent for you. So if you don't want to reveal it, I will. And yes, that might mean you get mad at me. And yes, that might mean you don't like me very much. But you know what? I am not doing anything wrong. I am simply doing what you should be doing all along. All you should be doing is being transparent and upfront about it. And if you're being upfront about it and you're doing that, right, then it is not an issue for me. But if you are hiding it and you are hiding and trying to make sure that nobody knows, it means you're doing something wrong. If you didn't feel you were doing something wrong, you wouldn't have to hide it. So here I am, and I am simply the person who is going to take what you are hiding and make it revealed for everybody. That is what my job is. That is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep doing it. So here's the deal. Either be transparent or I will make you be transparent because everybody deserves transparency. If you want to make your game and be transparent about it and be upfront about what you're doing right from the get-go, it won't be a game I play, but do your thing. I don't care. But stop trying to hide it. You're not hiding it. You're not going to get it to become mainstream, and that's okay. Accept your place, accept that it's a niche, and stay there. It's okay. There are niche games for a reason. Market your game however you want, but don't lie about it, or I will make sure to find out, and I will expose you. That is simply what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the information that you're not trying to make sure that no one finds, and I'm simply going to say, hey, everybody, here's the information. So either do it from the get-go and be honest, or I will force you to be honest. Simple logic.
Boom. I think they got the point now.
Yeah, sorry, I got a little carried away. Apparently someone's making a meme of me.
It's already in the Discord in meme therapy. It's
I'll
kind of
look
funny.
at it afterwards. Vacancy Horror is just stopping by to say hi, feeling a bit unwell. Good night, friends. We'll feel better, Vacancy
Yes.
Horror.
Take care of yourself.
But yeah, as I said, I'm gonna keep finding you guys. You're not gonna run away from me. You're not gonna get away. It's okay. It's okay. Be honest, or I will find you, or I'll make you honest. That is how it is. There is no alternative. Wow, we're making good time.
Mm-hmm.
And I see there's.
I feel like this is gonna be a shorter stream.
Yeah, but we've had about we've had around 80-ish or so people here, which is pretty good. I know there's other people.
bad.
There's other people streaming. Let's go through these super chats. Before that, we have a $2 super chat from DinoFan 219. You underestimate how dumb these people are. No, I don't. I just think that they're trying. They clearly know that we're on to them, and they're trying their best to hide it. They're just not good enough to hide from me.
Mm-hmm. He's just that good.
Servant of God 777 for $2. SBI found game will be ignored. Yep. If they had just been honest, maybe it wouldn't be a problem. Looks pretty gay. Gay. Don't. June says the Proctor File for $2. I don't get it, but thanks.
How many super chats did we get tonight?
We only got 6, so we're not going to be. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the goal, which is fine. It's fine.
You
we
guys
have
don't
one more.
want to hear a cute couple story? Shame
It's
on you! I
okay.
thought you guys
It's
were here
okay.
for the cute couple.
It's okay, honey. Behave.
I don't want to behave. You can't make me.
I just did. Okay. I think because all of you are still here, before we can move on to the next topic, just a reminder for anybody who hasn't done so yet.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Make sure to like the stream. And yeah, people are saying it's the holidays, got gifts to buy. Yeah, honey, be nice. You had to be the best hide and seek player in the world because you're good at finding things. I guess. Summer, a quick thank you for you two being awesome.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, it is your most pretty work. It's fine, honey. It's fine. We'll just put it up next week, and then eventually people will get it or they won't. It's cool.
Read.
Okay. Behave. All right. I guess we got our last topic now, so we'll get into that. Honey,
Mm-hmm.
you want to turn on your blue screen? Yeah. Okay. And we'll get into our last topic before our diagnosis right now. Mattel's Wicked Dolls caused a shocking mistake.
A link to a site in which no child should partake.
A mother now sues for the stress it has wrought.
While Mattel corrects, but responds to her not.
So before we get into this, I have something up on the screen which is interesting, and I'm going to let my wife explain it. So you'll see it says Mattel sued over wicked merchandise misprint that sent kids to obscene website, and it shows that it was written by Raven Redgrave. But what's underneath it is the most important thing. Honey, do you want to read what it says there?
Der Raven Redgrave?
Mm-hmm.
Raven Redgrave, also known as Writing Raven, is an accomplished professional writer and co-host of the Gothic Therapy YouTube channel with her husband, Master of the TDS. Subscribe to their channel for more.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
everyone. I now work for that park place. I now write articles for them. This was my first one. I wrote it in under 3 hours, I think.
Yep. So yeah, and obviously Raven Redgrave is not her real name, clearly, but obviously. But yeah, she works for that park place and she wrote the article on this. So we're going to talk about this. So what happened? We already covered this in a past stream where basically what ended up happening is for Mattel's Wicked line of characters, they accidentally printed, instead of saying wickedmovie.com, they put wicked.com, which is
An explicit adult film site.
Yeah. So, kids apparently
And
were not very
also-
happy. Go ahead.
And it's kids were not happy. Parents even more so were not happy. But it's curious. This woman is suing for emotional distress caused to her and her child. However, didn't you once tell me that the website in question has an age restriction filter?
I did, and the only reason I know this is because I saw people posting pictures about it, and they were posting how it popped up with a thing that said you need to be the confirm your this whatever to enter, and it would explain what the site was about.
So
I didn't go
then
any further.
how did this child verify her age and see what was on this website?
So there's a couple of ways. Maybe they had some kind of ad blocker, or
They didn't actually see anything and the mother was just making up a story. I even wrote in the article that it wasn't clear if the child was supervised or if she even knew what she was looking at. Because there was no mention in any of my research of how old this girl is or what she was even doing when she went on the website, or if she herself saw the website on the box.
But there's another option that you haven't considered, honey.
And that is?
So if somebody had a membership to that account, the message would not pop up.
Oh, you're saying that her mom used
So,
porn.
Mother Dearest, what are you watching on your computer? You might want to clean your internet history, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. That is true. It's also important to note that she's from South Carolina, but filed the lawsuit in California, in Los Angeles. I believe that it's because California has stricter retail laws, and my boss, Marvin Monster, and he thinks that it's because Mattel's headquarters is in Los Angeles.
I don't know, but I think it's very strange, and I think it's kind of funny. Mattel has not really done anything. Like they've tried to remove the dolls. And they tried to repackage them. But whoever messed up this stuff is terrible. And yeah, people were saying there was some lag, honey. So.
Oh, when?
Yeah, while you were talking, there was a little bit of a thing, but it's okay. It'll have picked it up correctly for the video.
I hope so.
It will. But basically, what my wife was saying was that basically they were suing in. They were doing it basically in the, what's it called? They were filing the lawsuit in California because that's where Mattel's headquarters is located, and they're from North Carolina or South Carolina?
South Carolina.
They're from South Carolina. But yeah, it looked like there was some issues with our stream, which was fine, honey. We'll be okay. But yeah, so interesting things. I personally think that there's some funny business going on here with the story, clearly.
Mm-hmm. You think? Honestly, I think she's just after more I think she's just after money, from what I can tell. How else how was this child able to access porn?
I don't know. I would honestly, I think that there's obviously some issues with parenting here.
Literally, she's suing for quote unquote emotional distress caused to her and her daughter. And she says that they were both horrified by what they saw. That's not the kind of language a child would use. Nowhere in the articles that I found for my research did this were we given a quote from the actual child, only the mother. So,
well, the child probably
I think there's something more going on.
Well, yeah, but the child probably wouldn't have given a comment. I think this is fishy, but to be honest, I'm not necessarily upset about it. I think this was a big mistake, and I think that they were probably going to get some kind of backlash. But I don't necessarily think that there is. I don't think the mother's on the up and up. I think the mother's trying to cash in on an opportunity, and that's just kind of my opinion, and I cannot confirm this. If there was some way that this works and it actually happened, then obviously I condemn it and I think it's terrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if it didn't and they're just trying to get the bag, I mean, I think that that's wrong to lie. But at the same time, I think whoever messed this up in Mattel probably isn't no longer working there, because this is a very big mistake.
Oh yes, quite so. How it even got past the final checkpoint, I honestly have no idea. I would very much like to know how it got past, final checks and onto the shelves.
I don't know. You think they'd have some kind of quality control that would have made sure, but at the same time, who knows? Part of me wonders if it was done on purpose. I know that sounds really weird, but it's possible. I mean, maybe someone did it on purpose. I don't think Mattel did it on purpose, but it's very possible. It wouldn't surprise me if there was some employee who was like, "I'm gonna quit anyways." But I mean, obviously, it's a terrible scenario, regardless of what happened, and I think that it's terrible, right? And if this lawsuit goes through, obviously I think they'll probably win, because even if they can't prove it, it's still a terrible thing. And they clearly, they should have come out with a statement right away, and they haven't. And so the fact that they haven't is what's even more terrible. They did,
but their statement was more of, we're sorry for the misprint. Rest assured that it doesn't affect the quality of the products themselves. There's no statement as to whether or not anyone who bought the misprinted product was issued a refund. And they pretty much tried to sweep it under the rug, from what I can tell.
Yeah, that sounds like corpo speak. It sounds like what they would have done. But at the same time, we don't really know. There's a lot of information here, but there's a lack of information here, I should say. But terrible situation. If any children were actually exposed to this, obviously it's terrible, and hopefully they never make this mistake again, because this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I personally would like to see more information on this story.
Me too. Okay.
We're good.
This stream's going to be a shorter one, I guess.
Aw, that's a shame. I like talking with you people. Give us more money. We can talk more.
Honey.
What?
Behave. I just explained it.
Meow. You guys should start celebrating Hanukkah then. You would have a lot less to buy.
This is kind of a big oopsie. Yep. Congrats, Raven. Congrats once again. Redgrave, fitting alias. Superhero name.
Master came up with it. It's a reference to the Mask of the Red Death.
First byline, congrats. It's a prawn site. Bow chicko bow wow. That's so terrible. I'm sure this mother story is a load of horse crap. That said, I'm cool with this lawsuit. There should be some repercussions to the screw up. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds sus though.
Yeah.
I can confirm you can get serious, several obvious signs before you see anything illicit. Yeah, but still, pay no attention to the website behind the blocker. I get that reference. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
I mean, everyone gets that. And you hate that movie. You only like it for the memes it creates.
Honey, I'm pretty sure that line comes from the book.
I don't remember.
Ma'am, we need to have some words about your internet history. You're roboting, Raven. Yeah, lag. Didn't hear a single word.
Meh.
Did the Sleep Baby Inc. reveal happen, or should I just skip the stream and wait? It did already happen.
It happened.
Earlier.
You'll have to rewind.
But if
Sorry.
you, well, yes, but if you are, don't want to watch the entire stream, that's awesome. That's cool. I totally get it. I only will be clipping it out as its own video tomorrow. So if you want to wait till then, you can always wait till then, and we'll have it there in just kind of a certain amount. It won't be as long as the stream, obviously. I don't think we're in South Carolina anymore. So her daughter created an 18+ account. I mean, we need to address the lack of oversight, due diligence by the parent, but the company really shouldn't be making mistakes like this either. That's true. Tell us the story anyways. We can't. We could just talk more to fill up time. This is going to be a short one. So I think all the wicked picture site ever says. Safe to say this is one wicked article you wrote up, Raven.
But thank you.
No, wait, we went Christmas to Master TS and Master TS and Mrs. Master TS. That's fair, but we celebrate.
We're Jewish. We celebrate Hanukkah.
We celebrate
which
Hanukkah.
Which happens to be happens to start right after Christmas this year.
Yep.
And also right after my birthday.
Yeah. But yeah, Raven's birthday is coming up. Also, I guess there is something we could talk about, which isn't great, unfortunately.
What? Oh, wait, we also still have to do our diagnosis.
Yeah, we'll get to it. But hold on, I'm looking at something. Hold on, I got a message.
What's going on?
Oh, okay, nothing. Not important. We got a super chat from Zero JPN for $5. Guessing the lawsuit was filed in California for possible class action lawsuit. Yep.
Actually, it was a class action lawsuit under federal court.
Speaking of Hanukkah, how do you spell it? Obviously, I went with the one spelling here, but is it correct? Because the internet tells
I will put in the chat how I spell it.
There's a couple different.
There are several different spellings. It's quite.
Yeah, this is the spelling that we use.
This is the Ashkenazi spelling.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that discussion. We'll be here for a week. But yeah, I think we should get into our diagnosis. But there is something to bring up, guys. I was going to bring it up next week. But I guess I could bring it up now. Unfortunately, I am going to have eye surgery next week. Not this week, the week after. Unfortunately, I have a condition that's called keratoconus, which makes my eyes bulge outward, or the corneas of my eyes bulge outward. They don't know what causes it. Long story short, it's supposed to stabilize around age 30. It has not. It's stabilized in my right eye, but not my left eye. And so I'm going to have a eye surgery where they go in and scrape the cornea and then use a laser to fix it. Not this week, but the next, not this week, but the week after. So I was going to mention it in our next stream. It's a high success rate, but there's going to be one whole day where I'm pretty much going to be out of commission. I'm told it's apparently very, very painful. So yeah, not looking forward to that, but have no choice because if they don't stabilize it. Long story short, I woke up one day and I couldn't see as well. That's how quickly this thing can happen. So yeah. So hold on. Speaking of Hanukkah, how devout are you in your faith? We're modern.
We are modern Orthodox. We keep kosher, Shabbos, all of the holidays. We pray, and what else?
No, but we're on Orthodox Jewish.
We also follow all of the dress codes.
Yeah, idolation sucks. So it's not idolation. They actually have to go in and scrape the cornea and then put medicine into my eye, and then they have to use a laser to actually fix it. So
he will be given Valium, so he likely won't be aware of anything that's happening.
I hope so, because apparently as I've been told, the thing I've been told is it's very painful, but it has to be done. So yeah, it's not happening this week. It's happening next week. So I'll probably mention it again next stream. But yeah, I see a lot of people wishing. Thanks so much. But yeah, I'll probably bring it up next stream. I didn't want to bring it up now. But let's move on into our diagnosis. Then I think it's time for that, right?
Yes.
All right, let's get into the diagnosis. I appreciate all the wishes. I really appreciate it. But I would say save it for next week. Next week I'm going to need it because literally the day after our stream is when I'm going to have it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah. So literally next week, the day after our stream is when I have it. So that's when it's going to happen. So if you don't have an eye patch, I'm going to have to fall so disappointed. I hope it won't have to. But okay, let's get into the. Write that down.
Everyone is saying to get a cool eye patch.
Only eye patch I would like is if I was Hajime. That'd be cool. I'm okay with that. But yeah, let's get into the diagnosis right now.
And now it is time for the diagnosis of the week,
where we take events from the week and relate them to a mental illness.
because Hollywood is full of them, and you should be aware.
And we have an interesting diagnosis for this week.
Do tell.
So the diagnosis for this week is moral licensing.
Please explain.
So moral licensing is the psychological phenomenon where individuals feel justified in engaging in unethical or questionable behavior because of prior actions that they perceive as good and virtuous or moral. Essentially, it's the idea that doing something positive gives the person a license to act less ethically or authentically afterwards.
In relation to today's topics, with the Harry Potter series, moral licensing is exemplified in the casting by touting progressive decisions to justify deviations from the source material, appeasing critics while alienating loyal fans who value authenticity.
With the VIX VR game, moral licensing is exemplified in Sweet Baby Inc.'s Zix by marketing it as a groundbreaking VR experience while deliberately hiding their involvement, likely to avoid backlash over their controversial reputation.
And with the Mattel lawsuit, moral licensing is exemplified in Mattel's response to the Wicked Doll lawsuit, as their swift apology and recall attempt to overshadow their initial oversight, while the truth behind the plaintiff's claims remains uncertain.
And that's why we think this is a great diagnosis for this week.
Agreed.
Yeah, I see we got another super chat from Leo Fisher for $10. On the plus side, you can wear an eye patch. You are a pirate master. Yar. Thanks.
Pirates don't actually say R.
Yar. Avast me,
Fiddly dee, being a pirate is over with me. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You
We don't want a copyright. No, no, no for me.
Acapella.
YouTube be
is
YouTube.
fine.
Are
It's
you sure?
acapella.
Are you sure?
I am singing acapella.
That
There's
does not mean-
no.
Do you know that YouTube doesn't care about that?
There's literally no tune. I'm using only vocals.
Doesn't mean anything.
Okay, so then how come they've never copyright claimed us every time you did a Mickey Mouse impression?
Huh? Because my Mickey Mouse impression is so good that it makes them tremble with fright. And they go, oh no, it's actually Mickey. We can't copyright claim this. Here, have some cheddar. Yeah,
I mean-
that's why.
Probably. Yeah, you're probably right.
Karaoke is usually fun. I'm joking. Sing, no.
I like singing. It's fun.
No, we're not doing it now. We have to finish off. He's
Yeah.
right. If you use lyrics, they could demonetize you. Thank you. I'm right.
La 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 la
So
la.
what if I just muted you right now?
Hey.
He has a point. I've heard people get copyrighted for literally singing happy birthday. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a good Mickey Mouse voice.
Well, thank you, Mickey. I'm so glad that you hear my voice.
He also does Optimus Prime, Smeagol. I think you could also do Scooby-Doo. Can you do Kermit the Frog? I forget if you can do Kermit.
Okay, no, I can't. People say I sound like him, but whatever. Raymond, I crave cheddar. Because no one, and I mean no one, messes with a mouse. Even if his name is Bob Iger, he definitely doesn't mess with me.
Seriously, it's a good impression.
Legally, the Mickey Mouse impersonation is protected under parody law by the First Amendment. Can I do Woody Woodpecker? Nope. You do sound like Kermit and Lynn. Ow,
We came to Earth to fight the Decepticon threat, but Megatron and his Decepticons came here first, and now we fight for our survival.
There you go. Anyways, I think we're about done for tonight, which is fine. We had a little bit less people show up today, which is cool, which is fine. I get it. There's been a bunch of people streaming today, but we'll have a video out tomorrow. Like, Lincoln Park. I don't get it.
No.
No.
Honestly, neither of us really care much about Linkin Park.
Make sure to keep doing impressions, by the way. I used to be able to do good impressions, but I didn't do them for long. Loss of talent. I never had to practice them. They just happen. All right. Let's get, I think, done. Thanks everybody for coming. We'll be back again next week. There'll be more. And yeah, holiday season. People got worn out shopping. Yeah, look, I get it. We had about 70 to 80 people here for me bunch the entire time. So I appreciate you all. If you haven't already, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. We appreciate it. And there'll be videos throughout the week based off of the stream. And yeah, I think that's it. Anything else, honey?
No, that really is it. There's nothing more to say. Until next
Linkin
week,
Park,
after all.
Linkin Park isn't Linkin Park more. That's a whole other story you'll have to look into because we'll be here for a
Rest in
week.
peace, Chester Bennington.
Yeah. All right, guys. If you're new here or if you're not new here, you can hang out until the end for a special surprise for anybody who does. But yeah, otherwise we will see you guys in the next video or
Next
on
week.
Twitter or next week
Or in our Discord, the Asylum.
or in your dreams when we haunt them.
Did that get me?
All right, bye.
TikTok, the stream ends with midnight chimes. Pixelated therapy, cross digital lines. Hit subscribe for the void to make sense. Comment your woes, a form of recompense. Like the shadows merge in the twilight's haze, our channels are refuge, a weird therapy maze. Can't pay a shrink, we got you fam. Laughs and guidance in this goth jam. Like the video break, the algorithm style, share with your crew. Escape life's hell, from spooky memes to advice obscure. Here's your dark solace of humor as a cure. Own the night with our ghastly delight. Vendor of laughs in the negative light. Darker than your overcooked roast. Sub to the channel that you love the most. Bell tolls, it's the end time fair. But your issues, leave them right there. Strings of crypt, bury your dread. Return tomorrow for the undead.
I think it was Dostoevsky who said, "Later,